Since I remember myself, I was always trying to fix something about me. Something was always wrong, something was not enough, and I think I didn't even realize how much this pattern was running my life. I realized it much later when I finally started to change this. And I know that I'm not the only one, that a lot of people can be stuck in this loop, sometimes without realizing it, with a strong desire, with a goal to fix something about yourself. Something is not okay. Something is or too much or not enough, and it needs to be fixed. And in this video I will explain what it is all about, why usually it doesn't work, and even if it works with some specific issue that you're trying to fix, why you never arrive to the point when you finally feel okay about yourself, and what actually you can do instead to get out from this loop, from this pattern, and finally feel better. When I invite you to stop fixing yourself, I don't mean that you need just to give up on any change you want to have in yourself, in your life. Actually, the approach that I will share here about will help you to have changes. It just will come through different places and will make these changes more possible. So in reality, the strong desire and the idea to always fix something about yourself is a sign of a fragmentation. Fragmentation is not solved by fixing, it's solved by integration, by healing, and it starts with being able to see and accept yourself as you are. Because fixing starts from the idea of fixing starts from not accepting something. We learn this very pattern, and we very often don't even question it, because it starts very, very early. When as children we didn't receive the feeling of being okay, like I'm okay, I'm enough, I'm okay as I am. We very often receive different message. Something is wrong with you. You are too much in something, or you're not enough in something, about your emotions, your feeling, what you're doing, what you're not doing. I don't even need to give examples. If you look back, you will remember how it was. So probably you also didn't get enough of this feeling that you're okay. And probably also you didn't have this one of your parents or someone who were able to kind of give you the acceptance of what's happening with you in the moment, that didn't give you this kind of capability of facing and connecting with what really is, what was really present, what was happening with you, with your emotions, with your desires, your feelings, your thoughts, everything. This kind of connection with what is. Because the real change can happen when we first face what is really going on. But very often we ignore what's really going on, and we just focus on the surface. We try to fix, improve something, work on something on the surface, in how we act, in what we achieve, and what we say, what we do, sometimes also about how we feel. We want to feel differently, but kind of skipping the step of connecting with what really is. This is one of the things. The other thing that is happening is, and why I call it fragmentation, when we learn to reject, suppress, hide or deny certain parts of ourselves. It could be emotions. You hide, for example, or suppress your anger, you hide your sadness, you hide your fear, you suppress it. Some parts of your personality, some things that are not welcomed, and you start creating this split that some part of yourself are welcomed, you like them, they're good, and some parts of yourself are not accepted, they're wrong, and they're hidden. That's how the split and fragmentation happens. For example, when you're productive, achieving, doing well, you like yourself, this is accepted. When you're more lazy, tired, sad, emotional, this is hidden. They could be different things, kind of more or less you can understand what they are. We're hiding some things in a shadow, we're not showing them to other people, and sometimes we try not to show them to ourselves and not accepting them and suppressing them. And that's how this fixing starts. First with hiding certain stuff. If hiding is not working enough and these traits, these emotions, these other things about self, they're still present, we're struggling to remove them. We're trying to find a way to fix it. How to fix the laziness, or being too emotional, being too kind, or too angry, or too something, yeah? And you're trying to fix it. When you fix it without facing what it is, without being with yourself, it usually doesn't work. Sometimes you can get enough power, discipline, strategies to kind of change certain issue, can change something about yourself, but it can go in two ways. You hold yourself for some period and then you collapse and go back in your habits, or maybe you even manage to change this, but then you're still not happy about yourself. Something is still not okay, something is still not enough, because this feeling of being okay and being enough is not related to how you actually are. So if this inner thing didn't shift yet, you will always find something that is wrong, and in yourself and usually in your life. Because how, like, I was getting this idea of constantly fixing myself, because I also had the idea that by fixing myself I also fix my life. So I was not happy with how I am, but also with my life, and this was constant fixing all the goals, achievements and everything was all about fixing. But only in the moments where I was able to face what I was trying to hide, to suppress, to reject, to deny, only after this, the shift was happening and the change was happening. But this is something that happens in the moment with a specific thing. What is more important is to change the whole approach, and that's what I'm trying to talk about here, to help you to see that the approach by itself is working against you, and it's not yours even. You just copied it since you were a child with what you kind of saw around, and then you start using it to yourself. What we need instead is to arrive to this feeling inside that I'm already okay with all my emotions, with all my bad habits, with all my maybe like flaws, weaknesses, all other things. I don't know what exactly you want to fix or what exactly you don't like about yourself. It could be very different. You need to see it for yourself, but you need to arrive to the moment that it's already okay. You don't have to like it. You don't have to admire it and show everywhere, yes, I'm like this. You may, but you don't have to. You just need to let one thought in your mind that it's okay to have all these parts in you. All of them, each of them has a reason. It's not because you're wrong or you're bad. All these parts and all the emotions, they have a reason. And when they were not accepted and they were judged as bad, you learned to hide them, and you start develop certain survival strategies or defense mechanisms that give you some habits that maybe now look as destructive or bad, and they don't let you to move forward. But all of these are just the result of the fact that something was not accepted and welcomed when you were a child. That there were no space, no resources, not someone who could help you to face it and to integrate it and to learn to live with certain states and certain emotions. It starts with feelings and with emotions, and then it becomes thoughts, behaviors, and kind of all other things. When we didn't process them, didn't integrate them, we split, we fragment, and we start fixing. And we may live in this fixing mode. It's also a survival mode all our life, even getting external achievements, even getting some inner changes, but never arriving to the point when you finally can kind of sit with yourself, just kind of exhale, relax, and say, I'm okay. Everything is okay with me. And it's very difficult to do it because there could be fear that if I will say this, I will like fail in everything. I will stop trying. I will not change anything. But this is exactly the opposite. When we give space and when we give acceptance to what is here, when we create this idea that no matter what emotions, feelings are coming from us, it's all okay. when we come to this state, when we start feeling this this calm acceptance, when we start feeling that no matter what was in our past, now we have this adult inside us, and we still have this child that were fragmented, and we have this relationship between our inner child and our inner adult. We can see them like this. These parts could be called a different way, but that's the easier one to use. And you see that this inner child, it still holds certain things that are bad about him, certain things that are wrong about him, and this inner parent is trying to fix it. When instead inner parent comes with curiosity and care to what's happening, not with why you're not doing anything, get up, do this, or why you kind of always give up on this, you need to do this and this, why you said this, you shouldn't have that. Like, it's all different stories, but when you have this inner adult with this critic, with the idea of fixing, the inner child is in traumatized state, survival mode, no energy, difficult to do something. When instead we come with this adult with curiosity and acceptance and space and present and resources, things start shifting, and you come and ask, what is happening here now with you? What do you want? What is this feeling about? What is this frustration about? What is this pain about? I'm here with you no matter what you're feeling. No matter if you will do or not do the things, no matter if you will achieve or not achieve this, no matter if you will fail or not fail, no matter if others will like you or it will judge you, I'm still here with you, with all your emotions. And this is a very long process. It's extremely healing. It's just the, I would say, the main shift, the foundation, the kind of foundation of this inner healing, deriving to the feeling that I'm enough and I'm okay, is starting with the shift that you don't need to be fixed, you're okay. All the things that you don't like, all the things that you are ashamed, all the things that you're hiding, you just learned it as a survival mechanism, is some defensive strategies, and that's just how it is. There's nothing wrong with it. And you have the power to change it. You have the power to become more compassionate and kind parent to your inner child, or like more kind of compassionate, kind friend to yourself. And once you kind of come into the idea, yes, I can do this, you can start changing this approach, and you will start feeling better. And there are a lot of things that can help you on this journey, because it doesn't happen like this in one day. It's a journey that I'm going through for many years. The moments when I do this, I remember this, and I'm feeling better, and I'm getting results in my life. The moments when I'm forgetting and getting back in this control, fixing, and judgments, and every time it's getting quicker and quicker to come back to this acceptance and presence and love, and less of this control, judgment, and fixing. But it's not like one-time change, one-day change. And there are a lot of things that can help you. I have another video about unconditional self-acceptance. You can watch it, because by watching it, I talk about this unconditional self-acceptance, how you can get in the state, and already through watching this video, you can feel something about it. And I also have another practice that can help you. It's just about a week ago, I think I published a video, guided practice on connecting with your heart chakra. And by watching this video and following this guided practice, you can also feel this shift in the state. And that's how it starts. It starts first with when you're accepting the idea that nothing needs to be fixed, that you don't need to be fixed. You just need to have compassion, acceptance, and presence. You need to stop abandoning yourself. And when this feeling changed, when you feel it once, another time, more times, you get more power, more confidence that you can do it. And if you need more structure, practical steps, I have also the book, The Return from Fragmentation to Wholeness. I explain there in all the details about fragmentation, how fragmentation happens on all the levels, and I give a structured program that helps you and grow your awareness so you can see these patterns, that you can see better relationship with yourself, and how you can start changing it, and how you can start slowly integrating all the rejected and suppressed parts of yourself. How can you return to yourself, to your wholeness, connect with this state of that everything's okay, connect with the feeling kind of how it's supposed to be before you start fragmenting. All the tools that I'm given there, I'm using for myself for many years. Now I put it in a structured 100-day program. I'm also went through this. I see how great it's really working. How can you use it not once, but then you can return to these tools whenever you want. And it always will be another step from fixing, judging, fighting, to accepting, to healing, to integrating, and to live from more like real impulses, desires, more fully, more engaged in life, more in like in contact with yourself, in contact with your life. So it's kind of a journey from this fixing, surviving, fighting, to actually being and living. And it doesn't mean that you will not be able to achieve things that you want. In general, like how I saw it in my life, when I making this kind of switch from fixing to being to integrating, external achievements and results, they're coming much easier than before. Yes, some of maybe you have some goals that were built from the kind of fixing motivation. Some of them you may lose interest to them, and some that are still important to you, you may be able to achieve much easier. If you have any questions, you can always leave me a comment below, and thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video.